I'm Mr. Egg, and you catch me here on Walking Street at the famous Walking Street tree. I talk about this tree all the time to my customers. Oh, anything past the tree, this, just past the tree on the left, on the right. In fact, it was on this spot about a week ago. I happened to be talking to somebody, and there were people going by me, Thai girls, and they were eyeing me like this. And I'm used to Thais eyeing me because I am the boss of the bar. And they were going, and I think I was eyeing back. Thank you very much, thank you very much. Little did I realise they're actually eyeing the tree because the tree's been here for decades. In fact, there's a very famous picture taken by a guy called David. Thank you very much, David, for letting us use the picture from, I think it was the 1970s. There's the tree. It's always been here. It stood the test of time. That got me thinking, what other places in Pattaya can I think of that have been here, that have stood the test of time? They're in the same company with the same name in the same location. So here are 5 that I could think of. Let's go. Just round the corner from the entrance to Walking Street, and we're on Pattaya Thai, or South Pattaya Road, and this is somewhere that has been here for as long as I can remember. Don't ask me about dates, but it is the Bamboo Bar. It's a place that's got its own sort of charm and character. In fact, I don't know if the cameraman can pick out rather uniquely, it's got no person under 20 years old permitted entertainment. It should actually replace the 2 with a 6, because if I am 56 years old, if I came to this bar, I would be the young thing that, oh, look at that young man over there spoiling it for us, because it's more senior customers and ladies of a certain age are here. I always say you walk past here, you can smell the oil of Ulay or possibly even formaldehyde, I'm not sure. But it's a place where more mature people come to be entertained. There's live music here, and it's been here forever. It has stood the test of time. Same location and same name. And what I can say is it did close for quite a considerable time during the pandemic, but it's back and it's as good as it's ever been. So, South Pattaya Road, once you're over 60, come here, bring your ginseng. It's Bamboo Bar. We're going to throw this one in as a bonus because it's one we didn't think of originally, but we've just remembered. This restaurant here, just up from the Bamboo Bar actually, it's light blue. It's always been here, but I've never known the name. If you read it in Thai, it says Phar Pattaya. If you read it in English, it says Phra, so maybe they've thrown an R in there, but it's definitely Phar Pattaya, and Phar is actually the colour light blue, so that's the reason why. It's been here, as it states, since 1982, so it has definitely stood the test of time. You come here, usually it opens about 11, 12 o'clock, and you can get the usual range of Thai food, including seafood, and 1 or 2 very simple Western dishes as well. It's very cheap, and it's very, very nice food. You can bring a young friend here, a little friend, after you've gone and bar finder from Walking Street. We thought we'd include a hotel in our places that have stood the test of time. We could have gone for the Royal Cliff, that seems to have been there forever, or even the AA Hotel, who remembers that? I think it's on sooe 10 or 13, I think it's on sooe 13, and it's been there ever since I can remember in the mid-90s. But what about this, the Dusit Hotel? And it's really a landmark for a couple of reasons. First of all, it has been here forever, and also you've had that long journey, getting a taxi to the airport, getting on a plane, maybe changing halfway through. You get here hot and sticky, and what you do, you come off the motorway, you come down North Pattaya Road, and you see the Dusit Hotel, and then a little bit further on you go down to Beach Road and you see the sea for the first time, and you know you're back in Pattaya, which is great. So it is a place that brings a lot of joy and happiness to people. It's gone over a few transformations. It used to be just a 1 block, but now I think it's had another couple of wings added onto it. 5-star hotel, a royal hotel as well, and also I do remember for a long time had a WTA tennis tournament here. I saw a lot of big stars in the tennis courts there, walking around Walking Street as well back in the day. So a real historical place for Pattaya, many other hotels we could have chosen. In fact, if you can think of a hotel that's been here for a hell of a long time and has stood the test of time, let me know in the comments down below. But for right now, the Dusit Hotel has stood the test of time. There's a lot of people that accuse me of being an old dinosaur, but hey, you've stood the test of time, haven't you, eh? Hey, what do you think of the video so far? Rubbish! I don't know about you, but after a heavy day drinking, I always fancy, in the UK, to go home, but before I do, I like to fill up with spicy Indian food. That's what I've always done. Of course, in Pattaya, it's not quite the same, although I do remember when I first came here in 1996, there was one Indian restaurant that was here, and it's still here. It's, let's all say together, stood the test of time. It's Alibabas. It's here on Central Pattaya Road, just up from Beach Road, and it serves the most delicious food. It's used by several high-ranking people in the police, in the government. They all come here. It's very, very famous around these parts. There are a lot more Indian customers now and tourists in Thailand, and there are a lot more Indian restaurants, but there's only one that has been here forever, and that's Alibabas. The next one is something that is featured in every single holiday snap, every single video, 8mm film that I've seen of Pattaya right from the 1800s onwards. Yes, it's the beach. That wonderful sand, the infinity. It's no, I'm only joking. We're on the BART bus on Beach Road to go to one or two more places that have been here forever and they stood the test of time. If crusty old signs are a sign of how long somewhere has been here, then this place definitely wins. It's a bar on Beach Road. We kept on thinking, where's a beer bar that's been here for a long time? You might be able to think of one, maybe put in the comments down below, but the one we thought of straight away was 5 Star Bar. It's here on Beach Road. It's got that wonderful view of the beach, and it's been here forever. It's got its own sort of charm. It's got a few plastic plants in there. It's open, I think, 24 hours a day, and it's been here from as long as I can remember. I've seen some old videos, and it's there in the 90s. So 5 Star Bar, is it the oldest beer bar, not talking go-go's, but beer bar in Pattaya? Same location, same name. Let us know what you think in the comments down below, but we're staying 5 Star Bar. It's passed the test of time. Pattaya has never been a place known for its top shopping until recently. Now we've got Terminal 21, of course, Central, but the place that's been here forever, and I do mean since as long as I can remember, possibly even the early 90s, is Mike Shopping Mall. I have no idea who he is either. I don't know why it's called Mike Shopping Mall or who Mike is, although I do know 2 people who come into my bar, Milk and Le Pub, called Mike, and they both call themselves Mike Shopping Mall. It's very, very famous for selling, let's say, classic designer shirts, classic handbags. In the old days, there was a few DVDs and videos, even mobile phones. Who remembers that? And the big food court that used to be right at the top, and a swimming pool. I'm not even sure if that's still there now. Obviously, things have moved on, and Mike's has been refurbished a few times. It's still good in there. If you're looking for a classic, wink, wink, shirt or handbag, you'll be able to find it in Mike's Shopping Mall. It has stood the test of time. We couldn't make a video about places in Pattaya that have stood the test of time without mentioning the legendary, the awesome Tahitian Queen, or TQ as it is sometimes referred to. And again, I have said it a lot on this video, look at any old video or Super 8 film from the 1980s, 90s, goes down Beach Road and you will see TQ every time. It now advertises itself as not only the oldest go-go in Pattaya, but the oldest bar in Pattaya as well. It's been there for a long time. I haven't been inside for a long time, as I am in a loving relationship, so I wouldn't go into these sort of go-go bars. Kind of an American crowd in there, rock music. Last time I was in there, I have to say, I would say the best sound installation on a medium-sized or large bar I've ever heard in the world. It really is something special. They do really go high quality on the sound. Those might remember, I think it was about 2008, 2009, there was a fire here, but didn't destroy the building, but destroyed the roof. Some, ironically, sound insulating wedges caught fire, and it was all rebuilt. During the pandemic, it was bizarrely put up for sale, or says it was closing down, and everyone was saying, oh, I can't believe it, TQ's going, can you try and get the sign for me and all this. And I said to everybody, it will never close, it will not close. And I was right, it didn't close that time, and it is still going strong. Open during the day as well. It's not really a late night place, so you can get here from, I think it's about 4 o'clock when the girls get here. So the oldest bar and the oldest go-go in Pattaya, Tahitian Queen, it stood the test of time. Unless, of course, you know better. Let me know in the comments down below, please. So that's it. This is a very subjective video in that I have chosen a handful of places that I think have stood the test of time: a hotel, a restaurant, a bar, a go-go, etc. But what do you think? It really is one that I need your input. So let me know in the comments down below what you think are the best places that are still called the same thing and are in the same location. Let me know please in the comments. Right now I'm Mr. Egg. I'm back at Le Pub. I've been here for nearly 7 years now. Hopefully, if I can be going a few more, it can be said that Le Pub has stood the test of time. But for me, Mr. Egg, here on Soy Diamond, see you in Le Pub or my new bar Milk. But for me, see you later. Bye.